I created work inspired by the podcast The Magnus Archives, with the original intention of producing a zine exploring the gods of fear, but I wasn't happy with the work and felt it was too broad an area, so I chose to produce a film about the fear I relate to the most, The Forsaken, to better develop my skills, as this is the area I want to go into. Because I had done so much photography in the first few weeks, I looked at La Jetée to see how I could incorporate still image into the film effectively. Location days really helped immerse me in this project. In between drawing and filming, I also began journaling my thoughts, which was later used as a narrative device in the final film. Following the podcast's format, I structured it as a lost statement, contextualizing it as a standalone episode that could introduce the podcast to a new audience. Despite a rocky start, I redirected the project to better showcase and develop my skills, such as using mask overlays, incorporating still images into the film, creative writing, and experimenting with shutter speed. In retrospect, while the film itself is atmospheric, I believe the fog overlays do break the immersion. However, overall I believe it to be an effective exploration into loneliness and the idea of losing one's identity. For the final major project, I developed a music video based on the concept album 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, contextualizing it as promotional material to introduce the concept to the public and advertising the album itself. Keeping consistent with the atmosphere evoked by the album narrative and design, I chose to use low-key lighting and color isolation so the video was black, white, and red, like a penguin in a blender. Kicking the project off, I created a storyboard on my wall so I could reflect and adjust it, which helped me understand the best way to structure the narrative. I also made test shots and animations to explore different lighting techniques and visual effects. The biggest challenges I had was producing a vignette of the overall concept, because I'm a very literal person, and using more symbolic imagery, but engaging with more first-hand research and discussing the project in depth with my peers changed at how I looked at conveying a narrative and allowed myself to have more confidence. Going on more location days, reading real-life hitmen stories, visiting a prison museum, the story of Bonnie and Clyde, as well as visual inspirations allowed me different perspectives on conveying the narrative. The way Bonnie and Clyde's faces aren't revealed until post their deaths in The Highwaymen was particularly a breakthrough moment for me, as using this method created more atmosphere and mystery in my narrative. My feedback in the final review was to generate more imagery and readjust it as it became repetitive and over-explanatory in some places. I also ended up creating a trailer where I experimented with telling the story in a much shorter time frame. Overall, I believe this project to be successful. I used a variety of different technical and visual skills. I've improved in constructing scenes and the visuals complement the audio. The trailer is concise and intriguing, losing the repetitive nature of the full video. However, I have taken feedback into account and have edited the extended cut. For the Birthday Tears exhibition, I created a short promotional trailer, choosing to create a parody of fan footage horror. Using After Effects, I spent more time playing with keyframe animations, audio, and creating my own overlays. I think it illustrates my growth since my previous fan footage-based projects. I've become more confident in After Effects, less reliant on stock footage, and it combines the Birthday Tears imagery with my own style. My foster mum does tarot card readings, so I had her read my past, present, and future. Pentacles and cups were reoccurring in the cards, which represents a lot of hard work. I'll experience rejections and need to be aware of people wanting to take advantage, but eventually it will pay off. The swords and wands represent what I have overcome and what I will. Essentially, I wasn't destined to have an easy life and have a lot of challenges against me. But providing I trust myself and I stay focused, I'll experience the things I want to, and will eventually live a fulfilling and apparently more relaxed life in my later years.